Kira Girassol. Haven't you joined the Clube dos Girassóis yet?
You're missing out. There, I make exclusive predictions that'll knock you off your chair. Yeah, they're pretty hot. Everyone who subscribes to the Sunflower Club gets a 20 discount on everything that the Gypsy offers. 20 off on consultations and yes, priority scheduling. 20 off on signature analysis, on light mandalas, and you have access to another ritual that I only do for those who are part of the Sunflower Club. No censorship, no ads, and you really stay ahead of predictions in Brazil and around the world. So I'll be waiting for you at the Sunflower Club and you really will be surprised.
Yes.
Hello, sunflowers. All the light in the world, peace, and the blessing of Saint Sarah and all of us Romani people. Look, here is your gypsy of light on this cold Thursday, here in the state of São Paulo, in the city of São Paulo, bringing the predictions you ask for. This channel belongs to you. The most requested and most liked comments always make it on air. And I want to thank all of you who trust in the gypsy, who leave your likes here, your constructive criticism, your video suggestions, and your compliments. To each of you who send us any amount via Pix through this QR code. For our more than 100 animals rescued victims of mistreatment, abandonment, and vulnerability, mine and from other shelters and independent volunteer protectors. Many little bellies were, right? All the little bellies under our care are full. They are sleeping in a warm place, being very well cared for, thanks to you. So may you receive triple in peace, love, health, and blessings in your life. Bye. Well, our former First Lady, Michelle Bolsonaro, made a statement where she explains why she doesn't support Flávio Bolsonaro. First of all, I'm here to bring a prediction. Okay? I want to make this clear because I'm not here to divide the right, no. Okay? That's what I say. When the topic is really hot, right, I take it over to the Generations Club. So like those who are part of the Sunflower Club know that there I say everything I see, yes. I speak without holding back and I really say what I see. Here, I have to be very careful because there are people who already come saying, oh, you were bought by the left. If I had been bought by the left, I would have been bought like a long time ago, okay? I'm right-wing. I'm considered the mother of generations with a lot of pride. I carry that name. Yeah, but I bring the truth. I will never cover up for anyone, whether they're right or wrong, you know? That's it, if they're wrong. Just because someone is right-wing, okay? But what I want to make clear here is that I'm going to share what I see. I'm tuning into Michelle Bolsonaro's energy. And I'm going to do a general reading here about what could come of this and really what happened. Because in this pre-election period, what she did is something very serious, right? I'm not criticizing, I'm just commenting. It's something very serious. We can't divide the right. That's why I don't bring many predictions here, because my intention is not to split the right. We have to take down the Petrolhada. However, as a true seer, a gypsy of light, I can bring the truth to you. What I can't bring here, I take to the club, okay? So that's what I say. Whoever is part of the club already knew that this kind of problem would happen between Michelle and Flávio, because I made a prediction there and said everything I saw. It's that simple, isn't it? So, If you want to be ahead of the predictions in Brazil and around the world, click here on the first pinned comment or in the information box of this video. There's a blue link. You click and you'll be directed to sign up for the club. For the Directions Club, you pay once a year. Every week there are jaw-dropping predictions and forecasts that have never been made by any other psychic in the world. And you'll be ahead, not just with the predictions, but with the truth. Things I can't bring up here, all right? I'll be waiting for you there. But let's see here today why she reacted that way to his call. A response from him. Why did she act that way? And what could it mean for the campaign? Anyway, whatever they can reveal to us here, our spiritual guides, and whatever I can say, of course, with your permission. I have 2 decks here from our mother Santa Sarah. Shall we go then? I asked the mentors of light to use me as an instrument through this gypsy deck to bring precise and objective predictions about why Michelle and Bolsonaro acted that way. What is this? What is actually happening, and how could it reflect on Flavio's campaign? Please use me as an instrument, so be it. So it will be, thank God. Bye. Well, it already froze. I ask the mentors of light to use me as an instrument as well through this gypsy deck to bring precise and objective predictions and revelations about the reason for this attitude of Michelle and Bolsonaro. A short time before the elections. And what could this reflect in relation to the elections? Please use me as an instrument. So it is, so it will be. Thank God. The energy is really dense, isn't it? No, Michelle's energy is not a dense energy. But no matter how much we might have good positive energy, I always say this, even to the people I'm going to do a light mandala for, including especially that other ritual that I don't share here, which is the ritual I did for Bolsonaro, that I did for Andre Mendonça, that I did. When I made the prediction that Donald Trump was going to receive that, here, I did this ritual, which is a much stronger ritual, but it's very delicate to perform. So, since I don't have the time, because it's a ritual that takes up my whole day, right? I have to put up a backup video reserved, so I don't share it here on the channel. So only people who have access to the Sunflower Club can schedule this ritual, okay? But I always say that our energy, our energy, no matter how nice it is, we pray, right? We light incense, right? Anyway, we meditate, we jump over 7 waves, right? We take sea baths, not in this cold, right? But anyway, some situations bring our energy down. Anger, sadness, arguments, right? And I see that the situation here is delicate, So sit down, because here it comes. And it really brings us down. It really does. Oh, it definitely brings us down. There's no way around it. I myself just the other day really hit rock bottom. Let me just cut in here. I hit rock bottom because it's like I always say, prejudice is the most disgusting thing there is, right? And the person doesn't even know me, right? They don't know how much I help the little animals. They don't know me. And then they misunderstood me wanting to rescue animals. Especially black-furred cats. Why? I'm a gypsy. They thought I'd perform a ritual with the cats. That didn't really shock me. I fight for animals as a protector and animal rights activist. For 20, 30 years. Am I 50? I started when I was in my early 20s. And look, I take care of the animals. I'd give my life for them. And people are prejudiced. Why? Just because I'm a gypsy. Those people have no idea that a real gypsy defends animals and nature. That's our motto. And doesn't accept anything that comes from slaughter, meaning a true gypsy doesn't kill animals as offerings. We only work for the light. But you know how it is, people still have a lot of growing to do, right? Let's keep going. I abhor it. I abhor people who kill little animals, dogs, cats, anyway. I respect all religions, okay? But I abhor it. There are people who take black cats, white cats, cats with black or white fur, to do love rituals. What kind of ritual is that? That's black magic. The person is going to reap such heavy karma in this life that they can't even imagine. Then later they do something stupid, right? They perform rituals, harm small animals, injure themselves, and then ask me for a ritual. For cleansing. It doesn't work, right? Will spirit guides of light help someone who wished harm on another? And killed a little animal? Killed a dog? A cat? Anyway, killed to trap, to tie someone to her. Let's go, let's go. And right, guys, for God's sake. Heavy, like I said, you noticed the energy was really dense when we paused the game, right? She's not going to change her mind, okay? I haven't even finished opening the deck. The left is happy about that, right? It was to be expected. Why is the left happy about that, generations? Because they already know that Lulis doesn't stand a chance. She's wasting away. So anything that serves as ammunition for them, they're happy. Was it good for the campaign on both sides? It wasn't. But first I'll check here, okay? Let me tell you something. Shall we go step by step? Michelle is extremely outraged. What I can tell you based on the energy I'm feeling and what I see in my cards is that Michelle felt it. She felt it. I'm making a prediction, okay? That with some of Flavio's actions, some alliances in favor of his candidacy, he betrayed his own father. That's how she feels. I say this with certainty. Why? Because I have the snake's house at the center of the spread and the snake's house also at the edge. So Michelle, from what I see here, she held herself back. Look. Did she choose a good moment? I don't think so, in my opinion, as a card reader. Right? But she always respected the opinion of our beloved Jair Messias Bolsonaro. But what I see here, generations, do you see the doghouse? She held herself back a lot. Okay? A lot. It's not just today that she's been holding herself back when it comes to Flavio. Okay? But she kept it for the sake of the family, for the sake of out of respect for her husband, right? She kept her composure for the sake of the family, right? House of the Sun. She let it go, right? Let's send light, let's send prayers, and everything will be fine. Okay? But she reached her limit. She reached her limit, among other little things that I couldn't say here, because otherwise, sorry. You who respect, admire, respect the card reader and my clairvoyance, but above all, respect my mentors because I am nothing without them. I am just a bridge here. Why? Because, yeah, that's right. How do I say this to you? That was just the tip of the iceberg. It was just the tip of the iceberg, first because of her daughter, her. House 13 representing the girl. She's not a child anymore, but it's about representation. House 11 of the whip, okay? So like this, she felt it. That her husband is being betrayed by his own son, right? Along with the alliances. She felt Flavio's behavior. She felt it. That's inside her. I'm connected to her energy, okay? That he could have acted differently, but he didn't. House of Clouds. And that he is acting. Here I have the key. Without thinking about the family, about the values that the family has. And she reached her limit. It's over. okay? The key house. So, besides everything, although Bolsonaro is recovering, he won't have a full recovery. I've brought it to the club, but I won't predict here since the left only comes for the gypsy's prediction. Because his psychic or astrologer, whoever it is the left's favorite, and they're always wrong, right? They come here. I already discussed everything in detail at the Sunflower Club about Bolsonaro's health, which I'm not going to talk about here. So, she knows that his health is delicate, and it wasn't the right time. In her mind, in her view, in her perception, in her understanding about Flávio, it's about investing in every possible way and means. But ever since, he would, in a way, end up betraying his own father in terms of the alliances he made. Okay? So I don't see Michelle Bolsonaro going back on her decision. She took a long time to make the decision to expose this situation because she doesn't support him. Okay? And she is decisive, House of the Cross. Okay? Are you going to bring it? I need to talk, okay? Yes, it will. Yes, a certain discomfort. For Flavio's candidacy, with this situation out in the open, because Michelle is loved by, I believe, 99.9% of people. So the right wing can split, yes. It could also have done so before. Maybe not, it will. Okay, it's a matter of time. Wheel of Fortune or another cycle and House of the Bank. Okay? And of course, there will be a loss. For the right in that direction is the House of Mice. So her statement, I'm not here saying whether she was right or wrong. I'm not giving my opinion on anything. In a way, it bore fruit. Negative results for Flavio's campaign. But will it hurt him enough to bring down his candidacy? No. It will. Did you understand? But the same because Flávio has an excellent alliance with the United States, especially considering his recent actions, right? Here, the House of the United States is represented in the United States, and the House of the Knight. So, yes, it will divide the right wing. Many will criticize Michelle even more than they already are. She didn't do it out of malice, I don't see it that way. She did it to respect her husband. His honor out of respect for her husband. And didn't she say more things before? And didn't she say even more things? Because there's much more. There's much more that she knows regarding some of Flávio's actions, not about the campaign anyway. It's there in the Clube dos Girassóis, okay? I won't mention it here, or they'll say I'm taking my side. She had her reasons, okay? This won't bring down the campaign, but in a way, it will divide the right a little. Is that what we wanted? No. But like I said, she had her reasons. If you disagree or agree, let me know here in the comments. But above Flavio's campaign, there's the love she has for her husband, for her daughter, and the devotion she has for her family. Well, that's what it's about, okay? I've talked too much already. There are more details over at the Sunflower Club, okay? I'm not saying it since you already know and I'll get in trouble. I'll get in trouble with the right wing, right? They won't understand that this is just a prediction, right? That I can't divide the right. I want unity. I think she didn't do it at the right time, that she should have spoken up earlier, but I mean, who am I to think anything, right? It's already done, isn't it? So that's what it's about. Well, don't forget, leave your thumbs up here, leave your thumbs up, leave your like as a thank you to the Gypsy and the mentors for today's prediction. And leave here what you want for tomorrow. A free reading for you if you want one. A spiritual approach to a certain subject, just leave it here in the comments, okay? I leave all of you my gypsy blessing, the protection of our Mother Saint Sarah, our patroness. May she cover each of you with her mantle. May our Almighty Father in heaven and our Master Jesus be present in your home, in your life, in your heart, and in your actions. See you tomorrow. If our Father in heaven allows and Saint Sarah blesses us, stay in the light, my directions, let there be light. Kiss from Sagana, my gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. What? Bye.